spokesman for the introduction.
Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Joe DeGuardia, Star Boxing, in association with Havoc Promotions, proudly presents an evening of boxing from the Azamora Club, Jamaica, New York, to be aired by the Metro Channel. Our fights tonight are sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, Chairman Mel Southard, assisted by Steve Acunto, Deputy Commissioner, and assistants to the Commissioner Ralph Petrullo, Bob Limerick, and Ray Lacasio. Boxing Coordinator George Mitchell. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Rufus E. Sadler, Dr. Ralph Bohm, with the New York State Athletic Medical Chairman Barry Jordan. The timekeeper at the bell, Kathy Paolillo. Introducing to you our judges, scoring the bout at ringside, John McKay, Chuck Hill, and Bob Gilson. Our referee in charge of this fight, Pat Sullivan. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim. He holds 2 gold medals from Cuba and 1 gold from Holland. He hails from Accra, Ghana, with a weight of 121½ pounds. Daniyal the Lion Copson. And in the blue corner to my right, wearing the black trunks, he hails now out of Jamaica, Queens, from Jainaco, Santo Domingo, with a weight of 124 pounds. Jhovany Hurricane Collado. And now, our referee, Pat Sullivan, 4 rounds, featherweight division.
Any questions? Touch gloves, good luck.
All right, round 1 beginning. Jhovany Collado in the back, black trunks against Daniyal Copson from Ghana. And Steve, you're looking at an exciting. In fact, even before we begin here, Steve and Dana, there's more action here than you can imagine.
Somebody's going to go the way they're swinging.
Right, they're coming out in the red trunks. Copson, a 2-time medal winner, going right at it. Before I can get my opening comments in, I'm here with Dana Rosenblatt and Steve Firehood at the Amazura Club in Jamaica, Queens, New York, in a fight that started out to be wild right from the opener. And you see the big advantage here, perhaps for Copson. Steve said he's going to come out and teach Collado a lesson.
Well, so far it's just swinging wildly, both guys. Copson, a protege of Azuma Nelson. If he has 1/10. Oh, there he goes.
Copson goes down. Dana.
Beautiful counter right hand by Collado. Landed flush right on the button of Copson's chin. He may be able to follow up. Copson seems to be a bit hurt right now.
And when you come in wild like that and score, you leave yourself open, you increase the risk. And Copson got a lesson right off the bat here from Collado.
I'll tell you what it did. It gave Collado a world of confidence. Look at him here.
You see the complexion of the fight changing, and Steve, you can see it right now as suddenly Collado is coming in with a look of confidence he didn't have. So we're halfway through the first round, he backs Copson up into the ropes.
Well, Collado has to be careful. He's looking for the right hand. He wants to land the 1-2. He hasn't missed with the right hand, but in throwing and reaching, he's leaving himself a little bit open. He has to be careful.
He just got caught with that counter hook, Steve. You saw that.
Yep, exactly.
Round 1, and what a shot by Collado, a right that nailed Copson. And right now, Copson, who is determined to teach Collado a lesson, has got to be on a fast learning track right now to survive this 4-round junior featherweight fight as Copson in his professional debut and Collado 1-0.
Well, I'll tell you, Copson showing no signs of a fighter who wants to kill a little time or stall or clinch. He's staying right in there and going right back at it. I don't know if that's such a good idea against a fighter whose right hand has hurt him as much as Jhovany Collado's has.
I think he only knows one style, Steve.
Yeah.
Both fighters, Dana, look, and you can't always tell, but they look superbly conditioned and ready to go.
Both fighters look very fit and eager to get at one another.
All right, we got 15 seconds left in the round as Collado wisely ties up Copson in a round that really has been wild. Collado toe-to-toe right now, and Collado again getting the best of it. It's the end of round one as Copson gets backed up against the ropes. What a round. Well, we're going to watch that replay right now on the knockdown. Here we go again now as Collado nails Copson. Comment on that, Dana.
Well, Collado caught Copson coming in. Copson was coming in with his left hand down. Collado caught him right over the top with a beautiful counter right hand, landed right on the button, and deposited Copson right on the seat of his pants.
Judging by the way Copson went down so hard on his side, I'm surprised he got up at all. But he got right up. As you said, he's in good condition, and he fought pretty hard the rest of the round.
Which oftentimes getting right up, Steve, is an indication of really being hurt, not taking the extra time to collect yourself.
Right, and that comes with experience, and both these fighters do lack it. You'd think perhaps Copson would have had that advice, and he got some in his corner right now as we come out for round two. Stu Taylor here with Dangerous Dana Rosenblatt and Steve Farhood at the Amazura Club in Jamaica, Queens, New York. In a great fight. Neither fighter is looking for a decision. They're both going for the knockout. And fundamentally, what do you see here, Dana, that perhaps you can offer advice on both fighters?
Well, I see Copson having his left hand just a little bit too low, and Collado has really been able to take advantage of that, and I think that's really been the tone of this fight so far. Yes, both of these guys are coming out. They both have a lot of energy, but I think the dominating weapon so far has been Collado's right hand. He's been able to land it more than just having them produce a knockdown.
And Steve, are you surprised knowing Copson's impressive background that first round perhaps was something you didn't expect?
Yeah, he's got great amateur experience, but just because you're a good amateur doesn't mean you're going to be a good pro, and he just got caught. It looks like he's quicker, and he needs to change angles. He started doing it at the beginning of this round, too. Change angles, bing, 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 throw combinations, but every time he gets hit by that right hand, it sort of freezes him, and he goes back to square one.
Yeah, Collado coming in, Copson proving to be a very easy target right now for Collado, as he's got a wealth of confidence right now coming off that first round knockdown.
I would say Copson's best bet right now is to try to time one of those long right hands by Collado and throw a left hook and catch Collado coming in.
He can't seem to initiate offense and land it without being counterpunched on the way in.
Copson lands a right and then gets left over for Collado's counterpunch, and down he goes again. Steve and Dana, take a look at Collado in the corner. He can't wait to come out and finish this fight off.
But he's showing a level of control right here, not having jumped right out all over Copson. He's taking his time, and he's jabbing, which is nice to see from a fighter making his only his second professional fight.
Second professional fight, and I must say that even though we've got Copson here fighting out of the Bronx, we are in Queens, New York, and Collado, a big crowd favorite here. He got a tremendous ovation. He has not disappointed his following.
He wants that knockout. His first win against Antonio Oliveras in November was on points, and he could smell that first knockout win right now.
Copson off balance again, backed up on the wrong foot, throwing punches, but wildly right now as Collado is in control of this round. Dana and Steve, it's getting to the point where if this round ends as is, Copson's going to need a knockout to win it. Oh, what a shot by Collado that nailed Copson right on the chin. And Copson doesn't seem to have the discipline to regain his composure as we approach the final 10 seconds.
Hey boxing fans, come out for live boxing. Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing presents Rockin' Fights. For ticket information, go to starboxing.com or ticketmaster.com. See some of the best young fighters. Star Boxing, Rockin' Fights, it's a knockout.
All right, okay, round three beginning in a wild and exciting fight. Daniyal Copson, by way of Ghana, fighting out of the Bronx against Jhovany Collado in the black trunks out of Queens, and a big favorite, a commanding lead for Collado, no matter how you score it, with 2 knockdowns, 1 in each of the first 2 rounds. And Steve and Dana, this fight is, I'll tell you, wild.
Started out that way, and it really hasn't slowed up. Whoa, a 360 by Collado.
Hey, I haven't seen that kind of a pirouette recently. Is that in your training regimen?
I don't think so. He's a little wild.
Collado throwing a lot of punches, but he landed a right uppercut as Copson came in.
I think you can really see Collado's strength and the fact that he's starting to really impose that on Copson, in the sense that even when both of them are coming together and exchanging punches, Collado is really getting the better of it, and it's by sheer force of his strength, ability to land those right hands, now both to the body and the head.
How do you think this is emotionally for Copson coming in here, Dana, where he said he was going to teach Collado a lesson, and suddenly he finds himself unable really to match him punch for punch as Collado lands another right?
I'm sure it's very frustrating for a guy who needs to intimidate and needs to force his opponent and land power punches and relies on hurting his opponent to not be able to do that and find himself on the canvas 2 times in the first 2 rounds. It's kind of tough.
All right, we're halfway through round 3 of a wild fight. Jhovany Collado against Daniyal Copson. Referee Pat Sullivan separates them. Copson coming in, throwing punches. But again, most of them are wild. He just happened to clip Collado with a right. But Collado coming in, going to the body as well as the head. Right now, it's an all-out slugfest. Steve?
One of the reasons that Copson's getting the worst of most of the exchanges, when he punches in combination, every shot is really wide and round. And a lot of the shots are going behind the head and behind the neck of Collado. He doesn't throw any straight punches, and of course straight punches get there faster than circular punches.
Meanwhile, Collado's been able to land all of those straight punches, especially those right hands, which I think he just landed another one.
Dana, what do you do now? You're in the ring. You're losing after the first 2 rounds in a 4-round fight, 20-16. What does Copson do in order to come back in this fight? What can he do?
He really doesn't have a choice. He's got to press. He's got to go for the knockout, and he's got to do it any way he knows how.
He's not lacking for aggressiveness, I'll tell you that.
Definitely not, and he's putting forth 100%. He's busy, he's throwing punches, leaving his head up in the air a little bit and dropping his hands a little bit too much, but he's aggressive. He wants to win.
All right, coming to the end of round 3 is Copson becoming very aggressive in that latter round. That's the end of round 3.
Can't get enough of Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing? Download the Star Boxing TV app or check out our Roku channel to watch exclusive content and classic fights. Every punch, every knockout, every screen. The Star Boxing TV app gives you exclusive access to every moment of Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing. Available on Apple, Android, and Roku. Just search Star Boxing to get in the ring.
Daniyal Copson in the red trunks going up against Jhovany Collado in the black. And Steve and Dana, Steve first, how'd you score that last round?
That round was the only close round of the fight. I still gave it to Collado.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
Just scored another knockdown. That is a knockdown.
It's a knockdown.
Another clean right hand landed over the low left of Copson as he came in. He's having a problem. He's coming in, he's leaving that left hand down.
Well, Dana, that pretty much...
He still hurts, though. He's still dazed.
Dana, that pretty much it just disqualifies my last question. Becomes a moot point. Copson has to knock him out right now to win the fight.
And he just did. The referee stopping this bout. Jhovany Collado wins by knockout.
Dana Rosenblatt into the ring for an interview.
Copson is incredulous. He can't believe the referee stopped the fight. All right, Steve Farhood, take a look at the replay of that last round right now as Collado managed to connect and sew up this fight. And you saw, Stu, Collado almost actually fell to the canvas himself from the force of that last right hand that he threw. So eager was he to score a knockout. The last right hand landed enough to convince referee Pat Sullivan to stop the fight. Hey, Collado was down 3 times in 3 rounds, or 4 rounds really, and I can't argue too much with the stoppage, although judging by Copson's reaction, he couldn't believe the fight was stopped.
Well, I'll tell you, he was hurt, Steve, and that one could have gone maybe another 10 seconds, or maybe not. But I certainly can't quarrel with the stoppage of it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And what they also want to do, Steve, obviously, is to protect these fighters. Nobody wants to see anyone get hurt, and it was too much of a long shot for Copson to win that fight. Dana Rosenblatt will be stepping up into the ring right now. We'll be interviewing the winner, Jhovany Collado, in just a moment. Collado celebrating his second win. He's 2-0 right now in front of a Queens crowd. And look at this crowd here, slightly partisan in that fact. And it's a big thrill for what I'll call a hometown boy here, fighting now out of the Queens to put on a show for his crowd.
Yeah, Dominican Republic. He's from the Dominican, and they have a great boxing background. You see his trainer, Tommy Malloy, one of the top trainers in New York. Good prospect, you know. One thing we know about the guy, he's 2-0 now, and this was his first knockout win. One thing for sure, he can crack with his right hand just a little bit.
No doubt about it, Steve. He has when he's disciplined, his style becomes more compact. The arms are closer to the body, and he utilizes most of that arm strength. But as any young fighter, what you have to do is caution him not to get caught up in the emotional tide of the fight, to exercise a little bit of discipline, and you can't throw punches for 3 minutes every round.
Exactly. He threw the straight punches this fight. Copson threw the wide punches. And that, as much as any other reason, is why Collado scored the knockdowns and won the fight.
All right, we're here at the Amazura Club, formerly known as the Old Jamaica Club in Jamaica, Queens, New York. A great crowd. And we're going to go up into the ring right now with Dana Rosenblatt as he interviews. All right, we're going to get that decision first. And here is Mike Holtzman with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand to both fighters for a great showing. With 46 seconds left in the 4th round, the referee, Pat Sullivan, stops the fight. The winner being Jhovany Hurricane Collado.
All right, we're going to Dana Rosenblatt in the ring as he's about to interview winner Jhovany Collado.
Okay, Steve and Stu, I'm here with Jhovany Collado, just having successfully knocked out his opponent, putting that first knockout on his record. Jhovany, how does it feel to have knocked out your first opponent?
It feels so exciting. One thing I said when they interviewed me before the fight, I said I was going to have a knockout, and I was going to show you who's the real Hurricane around the world. And thanks to my trainer, he's the best trainer in the world. I'm going top.
Okay, now, Copson, he came right out after you, and he wanted to initiate this fight. Is that the kind of fight that you wanted to fight, or did you want to sit back and use your jab?
Nah, I really wanted that. I love that kind of fight. That's my fight.
It seemed as though you were able to immediately take control. Did he have anything on his punches? Was he able to stun you at any point in time?
Nah, I don't think. I felt nothing. A little slip and a little out of balance, but nothing else.
Okay, well, he's put that first knockout on his record, and I'm sure he's extremely happy. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks very much, Dana. Exciting fight. We're going to have lots more. Right now, we're going to go to a break.